Hello Scorpio, I am Pisces Intuition. Today we are going to be doing a spiritual guidance reading. Since we are going into Scorpio season, I kind of thought we could do this reading as a way to look at various areas of your life and just kind of get a take on, what maybe we need to improve on, what we need to let go, or just any type of messages that are, kind of coming through that can help you along your way. So Scorpio, I've already laid out the cards for you. I took 3 different oracle cards, and the first one is the chakra insight, and that is a card in the middle with the eye, and it's the card of seeing. And what that tells me, it's also card 37, which, that equals a 10, which, I don't know, I'm kind of getting an ending, and you'll see why. But anyways, with the seeing card, like I said, that is kind of where you are gaining new perspective, truth, knowledge, clarity. And then I was only going to take 1 Halloween oracle for you, but 2 of them came out and it seemed extremely relevant. So I went ahead and I took both of them. The first one being the werewolf card, which is exploring wildness. And then the other one being the vampire card, which is emotional intelligence. So now with the werewolf card, that's telling me that you need to kind of find a balance, between this, werewolf is like, is a man and a beast. So, that's kind of going back into like saying nature is both, dark and light. And so are all of us, we all have a balance within us. And we need to keep that balance, because if one, is off, it's one kind of, if one side is out of whack, then, things are thrown off balance, and we can start having all kinds of issues, if we start embracing too much of the beast aspect of ourselves, then, things are definitely going to get, a little harsh, all kinds of things can happen there, because then we're not accepting or embracing, the human part of us, and remembering, other people have feelings, they have needs, things like that. So with this werewolf card, that's telling me to, for you to kind of get back in touch with nature, especially, kind of just, enjoy the moon, moon gaze. When is the last time you are actually out in nature? When's the last time you actually did something for yourself? It seems like with this seeing card, you're kind of seeing more truth. There's been some clarity brought into the situation. Maybe you were kind of in hermit mode, and so that kind of caused you to go, within yourself and gain this new perspective, new outlook, and, with that comes, new knowledge of the situation. And so, then with the werewolf card, like I said, that's embracing this balance, embracing that you have, that you're made of both, human and beast. So definitely, embrace that, both light and dark. And, don't forget, to kind of, explore, that wild side of yourself too. Now with the vampire card here, that's, like I said, emotional intelligence. And what that's telling me is, I'm getting 2 different things. One is kind of a warning as far as, I don't know if you've ever heard the term of a psychic vampire or something like that. It's just when you are around people that make you just kind of feel, emotionally and physically drained. It's just hard to be around these people. It's so much, take, and all you're doing is giving and not getting anything in return. Again, it's going back to there's no balance, with these people in your life. It's just all take, and well, all give on your part, and, they just continue to take and take to where it is just both emotionally, physically, mentally draining on you. So with the vampire card being here, that's telling me that you need to, gain that emotional intelligence to protect yourself from that happening. Make sure you're not being taken advantage of. Okay, and then we go down here to the card of forgiveness and family. And, that's telling me that, there could be, like, some issues with your family. Perhaps you are needing to forgive them for, something that's going on, for a situation that's going on. They're asking, for you to find forgiveness. Or, this could be, maybe you feel like you've wronged your family in some way and you're asking for forgiveness. So, again, this is general, so, take it how it resonates. But again, like I said, I am just seeing some kind of like family issues going on that, there definitely needs to be forgiveness within this situation to, bring forth, healing. So the next card I got, I did the tarot cards for you guys. Let me lower that. So I got the King of Swords, the Two of Swords, Temperance, Ten of Wands, Nine of Wands, and then the Hanging Man. So with the King of Swords, like I said, this is kind of going back into the Seeing Oracle card where, the King of Swords, he is bringing forth truth. He is bringing forth, some kind of knowledge. He's bringing forth some kind of mental clarity to the situation. A situation where you were once, confused about. You knew you had a decision to make, but you didn't know which way to go. You're kind of at this crossroads, and, you're blinded. You're confused by the situation, and therefore you can't make a choice, but you need to. Well, like I said, the king is definitely bringing in some clarity. He's bringing in some truth to help you make that choice, to help move you forward. And when you move forward, you get the card of temperance. Temperance has definitely called for, some patience. You've been patient for quite some time now. But, you've been patient. You've been carrying some really heavy burdens, but you weren't going to give up. It's like you were just kind of overloaded by a lot of, and just kind of being drained by a lot of people, perhaps, family members, perhaps, any type of relationship, work, anything like that. I'm getting more personal relationships than I am work relationships, but, like I said, take it how it resonates. This is general. So, but again, I just feel like you're being kind of overloaded, and you've been patient within the situation for so long, but you knew, you've kind of been stuck. We have the Hangman here, and the Hangman is a very, spiritual card. It's just calling for you to kind of take some time out. But at the same time, with the Hangman, I'm just getting like you were just kind of feeling stuck. You couldn't find that balance. And you couldn't, like I said, you'd been patient for far too long, but you couldn't find that balance. You're carrying heavy burdens. You're carrying a lot of, anxiety, a lot of worry, a lot of stresses. And, I'm getting that, like I said, with the Nine of Wands, you kept moving forward. You kept moving as much as you could. You weren't going to, completely give up. You just kind of needed to rest. Like I said, you were feeling very emotionally, physically, mentally drained, by these situations. So like I said, with the king here, that is saying that, it's bringing forth, like I said, truth, and clarity. It's kind of giving you this, new perspective, on things, here with the Hangman, the Seeing card, and it's definitely telling you to make sure you are, emotionally intelligent, protect yourself from these types of, energy vampires, these types of people who are going to completely drain you and just constantly take and take and take until you have nothing left to give. So, again, Scorpio, for you, I'm getting the main overall thing as far as guidance goes is, find that balance within yourself, protect yourself, don't ignore the truth, don't ignore, the clarity and the knowledge that you've been given, also find forgiveness for yourself, and, find forgiveness just in order to heal this situation, so that way you're not stuck or stagnant, and so you're no longer carrying these heavy burdens or, just being completely drained. So Scorpio, that is what I have for you. So thank you very much for watching. I will see you soon. So until then, have a great rest of the week.